Welcome back to The Count. I'm Krisha Lenzo, and we're wrapping up our countdown story. Number one, here it is. Mind your manners. The subcommittee on delivering on government efficiency held a hearing on Capitol Hill this week, outlining the Smithsonian's radical agenda to reshape America's past through the museum's politically driven exhibits and programming.
Texas Congressman Brandon Gill grilled director of the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History on how the Smithsonian promotes politeness as a form of white supremacy. Listen to this.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it important to be polite?
Yes, sir.
It's also interesting because the same mass action toolkit that your organization has been promoting references politeness as a defining characteristic of white supremacy culture. Ma'am, are you a white supremacist?
No, sir.
You're not. Can you help me square why your organization says that being polite is part of being a white supremacist?
I'm not exactly familiar with that passage of the Mass Action Toolkit, which is
I can show you the passage. It's right here.
Joining us now, host of Turley Talks and author of the new book, Civ-Cosm, God's Algorithms and the Rise of a Civilizational Cosmocracy. Steve Turley and former special advisor to President Trump, Catalina Lauf. Welcome to you both. All right, Steve,
Thank you very much.
We're going to start with you. Here's a list of just some of the things the Smithsonian considers white supremacy: being
Right.
polite, Christianity, the nuclear family, husband is breadwinner, head of household, children having their own rooms, self-reliance, hard work is the key to success, work before play, protecting private property, celebrating holidays like Christmas, avoiding conflict, basically anything that defines traditional America. It's all white supremacy, Steve. What do you say?
It's all white supremacy. You know, there's an old saying, history is too important to be left to historians. And what that means is that history is cultural memory. It's the sacred stories that define us, that give meaning and identity to a people. And when you entrust those sacred stories to a professionalized class that gets captured by hostile ideologies coming through the universities and human resource departments, don't be surprised if those sacred stories get redefined in accordance with those hostile ideologies. The good news, for me, the glorious news, and we're seeing it firsthand, is that Americans more than ever are rising up and reawakening and celebrating our sacred stories like never before. There was more history, more real American history in our 4th of July celebrations, in the World Cup celebrations that we saw over the course of June, in the UFC 250 on the White House lawn than anything you'd see in those woke Smithsonian exhibits.
Well, during the hearing, Congressman Brandon Gill, he also tried to get clarification from the director of the Smithsonian on a politically driven exhibit that linked Mickey Mouse to blackface minstrels.
Is Mickey Mouse racist?
Mickey Mouse is not racist.
It's not racist. According to the Smithsonian institution, one of your exhibits referenced Mickey Mouse as representing, quote, vestiges of longstanding traditions of blackface minstrelsy. Would you describe that as racist?
No, the historical trajectory of the origins of Mickey Mouse tied directly
so Mickey Mouse is rooted in racism. Is that your testimony?
No, sir, it's rooted in minstrelly.
Minstrelsy, and you don't think that blackface minstrelsy is racist?
It had certain unobvious racial overtones that have been well documented.
You think that that's problematic, that Mickey Mouse also has those racial overtones?
It's not for me to determine what's problematic. It's determined to me what's accurate.
Catalina, that's just another one of the exhibits, but Brandon Gill, they're asking the tough questions.
Yeah, and Steve's absolutely right. And this is exactly what the Marxist woke want to do. They want to completely brainwash our children, teens in the education system. Now they're attacking Mickey Mouse because they want younger generations to forget our history. And so I just want to point out, too, thank the Lord that we have President Trump in office who is now holding this agency accountable. I mean, think about how much of our taxpayer money, our hard-earned taxpayer money, has been going to woke DEI things exactly like this, and then you compound that by cities and countries and cities and states across the country. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is where our taxpayer money is going. But also to the point that we have Congressman Brandon Gill is one of the few up there.
Yeah.
He's the next generation. You have other members that are sort of the America First 2.0, these young vibrant candidates. I'm running in Southwest Florida as well, because we need to have people in Congress who are willing to call out this craziness. We don't have enough people up there to be calling this out.
Yeah, and it's interesting. President Trump signed an executive order.
Right.
He's actually directing signage to warn people that this is not the real history. So the president is on the case. Steve Turley, Catalina Lauf, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.